What's up, everybody? Welcome back. We're here with our Week 1 Alola League match in the IBL. If you watched our team preview video, you know that we are a hyper-offensive Sun team. So we better hope that our opponent brings our sunscreen, otherwise they're going to be getting burned. It's yours truly, Shottle, and the Tampa Bay Toxicroats taking on Jestro and the Boston Chargestones. Gotta love the team logo. Here's the matchup for the week. Obviously, you've got our Sun hyper-offensive team over on the left, and you've got their team over on the right. Initial threats right off the bat are Sneasler and Ogerpon C. Rock Ivy Cudgel is kind of free into my team, barring Excadrill, but then it has power for Excadrill. Metagross could be a threat too. Terra Mimikyu and Terra Hydreigon are always going to be threats, and we don't have, something like Specs Rabombi looks pretty fun on this team. Fire off some Moonblast. But then you have something like Sneasler out there who's going to throw around Dire Claw. It might be close combat White Herb. And then obviously it's got Regieleki for its speed control, rapid spin, etc. I've done some mocks. They've obviously got webs of their own. I feel pretty confident with the team we're bringing. I'll go ahead and preview that in a second here. I think we match up really well speed tier wise. Sneasler will be Sneasler. We also have Hawlucha Unburden, and if we can pivot in Hawlucha at the right time, Sneasler is not a threat at all. The biggest problem with Ogerpon is that it's sturdy, so we can't OHKO it with something like Close Combat on Hawlucha. We're actually going to need 2 hits to kill it, so we can't Close Combat with Hawlucha because it's just going to kill us with Ivy Cudgel most likely. So it's going to be pretty interesting. I'll go ahead and show you guys the team that I built. Here's what we're rocking. I haven't put the nicknames on yet, except for Dorito, so don't worry about that. The match isn't happening for a couple days. I'm just getting this intro out of the way. But we've got our Sunsetter and Torkoal with the Heat Rock. Nothing crazy. We've got some overheats to threaten things. We've got Will-O-Wisp to nullify some people like Sneasler, to nullify Mimikyu even, and then we can get up rocks and take away rocks of our own with something like Rapid Spin. Now we've got our other Sunsetter in Rabombi with Sash, who's there to press Stun Spore, Sticky Web, and then Moonblast on things like Hydreigon, maybe Mimikyu, etc, etc. We've got Shield Dash on it. We could go Skill Swap. I don't see a moment where I'd want to click Skill Swap as opposed to Stun Spore or Moonblast. The reason I put Sunny Day on this thing is we are faster than everything barring Regieleki, so unless he's running Scarf Sneasler, which I doubt it, what we can do is get up our webs or paralyze something and then press Sunny Day and then feint. We'll press Sunny Day as they feint so we can get the max amount of turns possible without the Heat Rock. So pretty fun tech there, kind of why I drafted Rabombi, because it could set webs and Sunny Day in addition to Drought Torkoal. Now obviously we've got our physical breaker here in Roaring Moon, plus speed, boost, like photosynthesis is actually not, there we go. Now we will be booster speed, so we will be faster than Sneasler. We'll put the rest in the HP there, and Choice Band is going to hit hard enough. We don't need these 10 EVs there that would make us max, so we'll be a-okay. Put the rest in HP. We've got U-Turn for Pivot, Acrobatics for things like Sneasler, and then Crunch and Dragon Claw for big stab, big damage. This is going to be our mid-game breaker. We're not looking to set up and sweep. We're just looking to clean up late game probably with it. As well as Booster Energy Iron Moth. This is going to be Booster Energy Speed as well. Just going to be some more speed control. Nothing's going to be faster than Regieleki if he goes max speed, but that's okay. I'm not super worried about Regieleki. It can't Terra, so it's kind of just there to click Volt Switch, chip things down, etc. And we're going Terra Ground on Venusaur for that Regieleki, which we'll get to in a second. But in the Sun, Fiery Dance, Boost, Spam goes kind of crazy. So I almost want to take the speed off of this thing and just go max special attack. 350, just get down to 349, the rest in HP. But you know the drill. This thing clicks Fiery Dance. It's got Sludge Wave, Energy Ball, and Dazzling Gleam for good coverage. We can press D-Gleam on things like Hydreigon, Mimikyu, Girder, obviously. I wish this thing got Shadow Ball. That would be crazy coverage, but it doesn't get Shadow. It does get Air Slash. It would be so funny to go Air Slash for the Sneasler. What am I clicking Energy Ball? Energy Ball is for the Swampert. Yeah. That's pretty much all it's there for, but that's okay. It'll be useful if we got it. And then obviously we've got Solar Beam, Weather Ball, and Terra Blast Ground. Ground also hits things like Sneasler. It's going to hit things like Metagross as well that might come in and resist our grass attacks. And then we're going to get in the sun, press Growth if we can to raise our special attack by 1 or 2 if we're in the sun. So this speed right here is enough to outspeed things that are like Choice. I'll actually probably go back and adjust these EVs so that I'm faster than Regieleki at max speed in the sun. So those EVs will definitely be adjusted come game time. And then last but not least, we've got hopefully our cleanup mon here in the basic standard Hawlucha Unburden set. We've got Close Combat White Herb to proc that White Herb, activate our Unburden ability, and then we can click things like Acrobatics because we don't have the item, Poison Jab for coverage. I don't know like where we're clicking Poison Jab, maybe things like Ogerpon. I don't know why I put Poison Jab. I had a reason for putting Poison Jab on here. Is Throat Chop helping me? I'm gonna put Throat Chop on here for Metagross. That makes more sense to me. And hopefully that's gonna clean up. So things might get adjusted throughout the week as I do more mocks. I've still got a few days before the game. But that's the team that I've come up with now, and I'll see you guys in the match.
So I've got our week 1 matchup here for the Alola League, which is the Gen 9 OU. You can see my Sun team that I brought here that we talked about in team preview, and you can see my opponent's team here. I was able to record the match, but I wasn't able to get audio, my mic on, so we're going to go over and just do a little post-game commentary. None of the results, but that's okay. Pretend like I don't for the fun of it. Me and Jestro here. He does bring Sneasler, he does bring Terra Hydreigon, he's going to bring Terra Fire on that. He does not bring Ogerpon Cornerstone, which I kind of expected. I expected the Rock type, but he is the Grass, weak to the Fire, all that stuff. So overall, I expect the Araquanid lead. I am severely baited, and I just want to put this out here. I make some very interesting plays. I go for the webs. Obviously, this Regieleki is ready for that. He goes for Thunder. I was Sash anyways, so whatever, he misses. I'm gonna go for Stun Spore. I know it has Rapid Spin. I should have Sticky Webbed again. I should have played some mind games with him, but I don't. I also, for whatever reason, forget that Stun Spore doesn't work on electric types. So we've got no webs up, and we're down 5-6, 3 turns into the match. So horrible plays on my part. We're gonna see if we can fight back from it. I figure I need to go in here. I need to get Sun up. There's not much Regieleki can do to my Torkoal, so I just get Sun up, and then I figure he's going to switch into something that I'm going to get a burn on. He goes for Rain Dance. I didn't know Regieleki got Rain Dance, so poor prepping on my part. Who would have expected it? I figure, okay, this is a horrible start. I need to pivot out and get Torkoal back in to get Sun up, because my team's not doing anything, and right now this Regieleki is cooking me. So I'm tempted to Terra Ground, but I figure it's going to switch, so I don't, and I just double back to Torkoal, which was good moves on my part. And then I figure getting rocks up here is going to be beneficial to break things like maybe Sash, Sneasler, and so my Acrobatics with Dorito can kill that. But this thing just Liquidation spams. I'm not sure if that's banded damage or not. I think we find out later what item this thing is. But I figure this thing's not doing anything to my Hawlucha, so this is just a free chance to get in here and set up and get some mid-game breaking. So I just go for the CC to get minimal damage, but to get my Unburden ability activated. And then I could have been greedy and got another Swords Dance and just straight up won the game here, but I figure there's no need for that. Let's just do some mid-game breaking. We got the Acrobatics. I know I'm faster than this Regieleki with the Unburden, unless it's Scarf, but we know it's not Scarf because of what it did earlier. So I just click Acrobatics or Close Combat here again. Should be a free kill for me. I don't know why Swampert... I think he thought he was faster, so that's why Regieleki came out. But I'm not sure why he makes his next decision here. I think I'm at this point I'm expecting Swampert, and I'm expecting to have to either double or just get my damage off with Dorito, and then I'm figuring out what to do after that. I'm realizing I'm not going to get Acrobatics off on Sneasler, and I'm not going to get a CC off on the Hydreigon or the Chinchino. It's just going to be Swampert that comes in, but it doesn't. And we see Jestro here say that he forgot about the Unburden ability, so that's why he brought Regieleki in there. But Anyways, I'm still expecting the Swampert to come in because it does not get one shot by my Hawlucha here, unless it's, I think, even like no investment in its HP and defense, but it probably has some investment. So he's thinking a lot, and so in turn I'm kind of thinking a lot. I'm like, maybe he's not going to bring in Swampert here, but that's fully what I'm expecting. And so I'm trying to plan out lines, but he doesn't. He just brings in Sneasler, and if it was Sash, we broke it with the Stealth Rocks. I don't know if it was Sash. So then here comes the Swampert. So he just gave us Sneasler, which would have been trouble for the Roaring Moon later on if it was faster. But we are booster speed, and we still have Torkoal, so we're not too worried about that. So at this point, I'm deciding, do I just get my chip with Hawlucha, or do I sack him on here? I'm trying to figure out the line. We know Hydreigon is probably going to Terra Fire, because it's going to resist Dazzling Gleam, and it's going to resist, or it's just going to be neutral to the close combat. Now, I figure this thing is going to click Tidy Up, which is great for me because it gets rid of my webs, but it also means I can get a free Will-O-Wisp on it. So basically, sure, it's got the speed boost, but now it's super weak. It's got its attack halve, which is great. So he kind of needed to go for the Tidy Up there because he's down so much in this match, but it also helped us out. If those webs were up, Roaring Moon, I think Roaring Moon still outspeeds. It definitely still outspeeds the Hydreigon, unless Hydreigon was Scarf. So I'm able to just come in and click Dragon Claw here. If he switches into Hydreigon, it dies. If he switches into Swampert, I can just two-shot it. But he sacks, which was definitely the right play to give himself any sort of chance. I know he's going to Terra Fire, and I know that Terra Fire is not going to, or it is going to two-shot. That's what I'm calcing out here. I'm trying to see, does neutral Dragon Claw, and I'm pretty sure it does. Just want to double check. And I know that I can live a Draco Meteor, so I actually opt to switch. I don't remember doing that. Maybe I did. Oh wait, maybe I definitely did not live a Draco at neutral. So I probably should have sacked Venusaur though. Looking back on it, Hawlucha definitely would have just been a more offensive threat. But I think my thought process was keeping Venusaur for the Swampert, even though I have Energy Ball and Iron Moth. Definitely probably should have sacked Venusaur there. But it's whatever. I think regardless, there was no way we won this match with 4 Pokemon. If I was getting greedy, I realized that I need to get some damage off here on Swampert just to kill it with Roaring Moon. Or I just need to pivot in, basically. Get Iron Moth in for free, because if he Earthquakes, obviously we die. So we just come in an Energy Ball, and then he's going to come in with this Terra Fire Hydreigon. It's going to die to Sludge Wave, and it's going to be a pretty clean, hyper-offensive game on our part. I think we came back really well after misplaying horribly the first 5 or 6 turns of this match, but I think we did really well getting our Hawlucha in on that Araquanid for free. I mean, that's what this hyper-offense team wants to do. It wants to find these Pokemon that aren't going to threaten my offensive Mons, let them set up, and let them just deal as much damage as possible before dying. And then, I mean, having Roaring Moon booster speed with a Choice Band under Sun is ridiculous, and then booster speed Iron Moth with Fiery Dance, Energy Ball, Dazzling Gleam is phenomenal coverage in draft. So I'm really excited to use this team going forward. Huge GGs to Jestro there. I do think if they brought Swampert in initially and kept Regieleki and Sneasler, this would have been a completely different match, but that's draft for you. You make a few misplays. I misplayed at the beginning. I was just able to bounce back a little bit. That's usually how it goes. We start off 1-0, +2. Super excited, and I'll see you guys in next week's match.